Hello, good people. If you're tired of a world of fake news, fake personalities, and fake images, you're tuned into the right place. This is Shawn Barksdale, and this is 10 Minutes of Truth.
Forget about what somebody else think about you. What do you think about you? Your past don't define you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shawn Barksdale, and this is 10 Minutes of Truth. As you know, we've had my beautiful daughter, Ashya Barksdale, on for the last couple of weeks, and we're going to continue this conversation that we've been having. How you doing today, Ashya?
I'm excited. How are you?
I'm good. How's this situation going on with school, first of all?
It's all right. It's school.
So you go to VCU. What is college life like? Because I got a GD. So what is that like?
Well, really, I can't tell you the full college experience, with COVID going on.
Right.
So everything is pretty much virtual, taking virtual classes.
Okay. You were speaking about having to take a double major and stuff like that. I hope that, you're able to figure that out. Let's get back into a couple of questions that I had. I just never asked you before. Like I said, most people know, me and Ashya's history of me being in prison for almost 15 years and her growing up with me in prison and the uniqueness of that. The question that I have about us coming up in prison, right, was what did you like about coming to see me, if you liked anything? Because I don't like going to prison. So if there was anything, what did you like about coming to see me in prison?
Honestly, I really, really did not like going to see you in prison. My grandmother, my family could tell you that I really didn't like going, the whole process of waking up on the weekend on a Saturday or Sunday. From the time visitation started, from the time it ended, we were there the whole entire time.
Right.
But the one things or some of the things that I did like coming to see you is we would always, play Uno. We play several rounds of Uno.
Mom loved Uno.
Yeah.
She still loved Uno. Y'all should see my mom when she play Uno. She's like a kid, but I did too. But what's some other thing?
And you teaching me your religion.
Right. A lot of people just briefly may not know. I'm Muslim. I became Muslim in prison, and that is the thing that helped shape and change my life. Of course, Ashya, she's a Christian. She came up in a Christian household and very steeped in the church. But I feel like, and I really feel like one of the things that aided her along the way was being able, because she met a lot of people. I knew a lot of people, in prison, and when you're in these visiting rooms, it's different cultures and different ways of life that's right next to you. You may have some, a Chinese guy, or you may have someone from Africa, or you may have someone from Norfolk, or just different backgrounds. And I remember, it was Rafiq. You remember when Rafiq, he taught you was the math?
The math, yeah. I was just about to bring him up. That's the one of another thing that I liked, about visiting you is, you would have different buddies, we were really close. I felt like, that they were a part of me too. They would teach me math tricks. I felt like I was so smart, learning those math tricks.
Right. It's like I said, it's just a unique thing, because going back to what you first said, and I mean, we had bumps in the road. We still have bumps in the road. But I remember when, because you love the Tessa and Emma, you know what I'm saying? And like, I forgot one time I was at Barksdale. We was beefing about something. I forgot what we was beefing about, but you wouldn't come to the table. Like, you just stayed over there. I was like, oh, she ain't gonna come. Okay, I'm just looking. I'm like, and you peeping over there, right? But you not coming to the table. I was like, oh, she's just not going. Okay, all right. Well, just stay over there then. Maybe they can get you one of them big ass burgers. It was just it just coming up with you. It was a pleasure, because I was more favored than a lot of people. And when you see the blessings of God, was because a very tragic thing not having me and not having your mother, but God putting my mother, your grandmother, in place for her to take you on, because what a lot of people don't understand is that we got to give props to my mother, and she talked about her a couple of episodes ago. My mother understood that she had fumbled the ball with me. I'm an only child. She realized she had fumbled the ball. So when she got Ashya, she seen the mistakes that she had made with me, and she got a second chance with Ashya. So a lot of times Ashya didn't understand why she was so hard on her, why she did this. I think now, do you feel now like that you're getting older and you're in college and you're turning into a young lady, why she was like that?
Yeah, I remember she would used to tell me, she messed up, but now that she has me, and I'm doing good, that, she really felt like she did something with me.
Right. And she did a marvelous job, along with the rest of the family, Aunt Erlene and, even the men, to Floyd. The way he stepped up, he has to be, and this is my mother's husband, the way he stepped up and took that responsibility on too, So I can't repay these people for what they did, because like I said, you made it easy. You made it easy on me being in there, because like I said, a lot of guys and women, they would call home and to tragedy, so me being in that tragedy, it still was a lot easier. So what are some of the things that you disliked about coming to see?
Well, we would stay there the entire time from,
Right.
what was it, 8 o'clock in the morning?
Right,
to
all day,
3,
your whole weekend.
the whole weekend. So, I'm in school all week.
Right.
I have to go to school every day of the week,
Right.
Then on the weekend, you just want to sleep in, maybe, visit your friends, hang out with your friends.
But you got to beat the crowd, so you got to be there like first, because if you there, if you get there like noon, you're gonna be in line to 2.
Right.
Which a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and that's why I say I was fortunate, because you guys were coming. A lot of guys didn't get visits.
Yeah, our family was very supportive of you,
Very much.
Even if we didn't feel like coming, we were always there every weekend or every other weekend. We were always there, bringing our little change in the bag. I always remember that. And Grandma Havana, she would always count her change before she came. We say we gotta have money for them burgers.
I remember that. They were, our grandparents are deceased now. They got to see me come home and excel beyond what they thought. So that was a blessing. But I had a system, and this is what a lot of people don't know, because like I said, the platform is designed for the families that go with you into these prisons. A lot of people don't know. People don't have anybody to go with them into the prison, family-wise. Or they may be there if they got to do a stretch, which means a long period of time. They're just not there with them. They may ride a couple of years and people die off, or their strength dies off, and they're just, stuck in the system, or lost in the system, as they say. But I was very fortunate. But going back to what you were saying, because prison makes you very selfish. It makes you think about you. Like, yo, y'all coming, y'all not gonna come. You know what I mean? And that's a big thing that you said, because whether you felt like coming or not, y'all still came. And that was big, because I needed it to become who I became. So I thank you guys for that, man, because without y'all, I couldn't have done that like that. And I may have turned out a different way, than what I turned out. So I really, really appreciate that. With that said, this is the 3rd episode, and we are about to wrap up. I have one last question for today. How do you escape? How do you when it becomes too much? Because a lot of people don't know, you do a lot. You've done a lot. Like, I remember your last year of school. You know what I'm saying? And what you were going through, the classes you had to take, and, ending with an associate's degree and so on and so forth. So how do you escape?
How do I escape? Well, honestly, I just really taught myself how to breathe in every situation, and I would always have pick-me-ups, I would talk to myself, motivate myself, because if you can't do it, nobody else is going to help you do it. You have to have the mindset of, I can get through this. No matter how long it takes me or what I have to do it, I am going to do it. You just have to set dates. You have to set goals. You taught me about short-term goals, long-term goals. That just stuck with me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With that said, this is the 3rd episode of 10 Minutes of Truth with Shawn Barksdale. We'll see you guys next week. Need someone to take a load off? Call Whitehead Trucking, LLC. That's Whitehead Trucking, LLC. 804-586-8727. That's Whitehead Trucking, LLC. A load on his truck is a load off your mind. If you'd like to become a sponsor or advertise on 10 Minutes of Truth podcast, contact me, Shawn Barksdale. You can reach me at 434-446-6633 or shoot me a text. Or you can reach us at 10minutesoftruth.com. And remember, we'll always provide a platform for your truth on the 10 Minutes of Truth podcast. What's your truth? On the next series of the 10 Minutes of Truth podcast, we're going to have someone very near and dear to my heart, my sister, Deneen Stokes. Just a little bit about Deneen. At a very early age, a lot of people don't know Deneen went through a lot of hardships moving from New York down here to Virginia. After having her parents incarcerated at the same time, Deneen had to weather the storm on her own. And we're going to have her on to tell the people and to explain to the people how you can endure such trials and tribulations and still make it out on top. Until then, this is Shawn Barksdale, and this is 10 Minutes of Truth.